Okay, I need to talk about Project Hail Mary. I've read the book twice and I've seen the movie and I have some opinions. Some of them may upset people, but let's get into it. Before we get into the detail, context is important in this video. I read a lot of sci-fi and Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir is just special. It's not just the Martian in space, which I do get it. I get why people say that, but it's a little bit reductive. What makes this book work is the problem solving. Ryland Grace, our main character, he isn't just surviving in space, he's actually figuring things out as he goes along. Every chapter is, here's this impossible problem, but we're going to use science to fix it. And for me, that sci-fi reader, and probably for any sci-fi reader out there, that's just chef's kiss. It is amazing. The movie, it did something a little bit different, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Right, so this is the one that actually hurts me a little bit. In the book, Rocky doesn't show up for ages. You're with Ryland, he's alone in his ship, he's slowly losing his mind, but he's putting back his memory together, and you really feel that isolation. You feel the desperation, and only then do you meet Rocky. It's this massive, emotional, jaw on the floor moment in the book, but in the movie, Rocky feels like he gets there really fast. It's almost like in the movie, they're like, oh, so you're gonna have like an alien space bestie, so here you go. Enjoy. I get that the film's only 156 minutes long and you can't spend the majority of that with Ryland just sitting staring into space on his own, but you kind of lose something that's genuinely important by making it move that fast. You lose that weight that is the first contact. It feels like the book makes you earn it and the movie just hands it to you. And, you know, as a sci-fi reader, that moment of first contact is kind of a little bit sacred. That's the bit that we were waiting for, right? Every great first contact story, Solaris, Arrival, Ender's Game, it's a big moment. It hits differently because that's what you've been waiting for. That's what it's building to. And I feel like the movie robbed me a little bit of that. Now, before you think I'm just here to hate on the film, I'm not. There are some good things as well. I'm not sorry about the things that I'm criticising, but I'm also not going to sit here and pretend the movie didn't do a lot of things right, because it did. Ryan Gosling, he carried 90% of this film. And I was kind of skeptical. I think when I read the book, I didn't necessarily picture Ryan Gosling as Ryland Grace, but it worked. Kind of captured the real essence of the manic scientist who is terrified and brilliant and a little bit of a mess. And Rocky, I didn't realise till afterwards that it was puppetry. I thought it was CGI'd in. James Ortiz was the on-set puppeteer, and you can tell there was something there in person because you could feel that emotional connection. They have that warmth that purely animation just couldn't give you. Greg Fraser's cinematography was absolutely amazing as well. The way that space looks in this film, we went to see it at IMAX and space was just amazingly done. It wasn't just a generic like sci-fi blue. There was so much dimension to it. It has texture. It's got weight. Absolutely gorgeous. But this is where, as a sci-fi reader, I get a little bit twitchy. The book is really dense with science. And when I say dense, like there are pages, near chapters full of scientific theory and equations to get the problem solving. It's more in a, oh, that kind of makes sense way. So Andy Weir does this thing in his books where any kind of solution that like Grace comes up with, it is based in actual science. You can look it up. Relativistic time dilation, it's real. The mechanics of the astrophage, again, it's there. The way he figures out Rocky's language, it's all there and it's earned, but the movie condenses a lot. I remember actually thinking the skip between them starting to figure out the language and then them understanding each other was really fast in the movie. In the book, it goes through the process and you understand it a lot more. Again though, I understand why the movie condenses it. It's a lot to try and get into a film. You genuinely can't have Ryan Gosling 40 minutes trying to figure out some sort of maths equation. It's just not going to happen. There is a difference between removing it and condensing it. The moment that I think I really saw the difference was in the book after the explosion in the ship. Grace actually rescues Rocky. He uses the accumulated knowledge that they've had through months of spending time together and all the biology that he learns about his friend to save his life. This has this big emotional payoff for absorbing all that science at an earlier time. It's not the same story. It's not the same relationship. The whole point is Grace's scientific knowledge his human science has value to an alien species. Take that away and you lose one of the book's most powerful themes. If you're a sci-fi reader like me, and you have thoughts, put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them, especially if your team book is better. I want to know if you think I'm being too harsh, or if you felt the same way. Don't forget to subscribe and stick notify on if you like chaotic book opinions or book versus film opinions, because I have more. Okay, this one. In the book, there's a subplot called Project Azrael. It's kind of dark. The governments of the world are preparing to nuke Antarctica as a last-ditch effort. The purpose being that there's the gas deposits which will help warm the earth up to help them survive longer in this ice age that's impending. It's morally complex. It's really terrifying, and it underscores exactly how desperate the situation on Earth really is. It's cut out of the movie completely. Now, I've seen people defend it, and I do understand. The film's already 156 minutes, and the Azrael plot would have been a real tonal shift if you're telling a hopeful story about friendship and suddenly you drop in nuclear weapons. But here's my thing. The contrast is what makes the book work. The hope matters because the alternative is so incredibly horrifying. Without Azrael, the stakes on Earth feel abstract. You're told the sun is dimming, but you never really know what humanity's willing to do to fix that. There are a lot of Reddit threads about this, and they're kind of fascinating. Book readers are very split on this subject. Some think the cut was smart. Others, like me, feel like you missed the moral backbone of the story. I get that you can't fit everything. I get that adaptations mean choices, but this one stings. So overall, the ending. This is where the book and the movie diverge in a way that changes how you feel about the whole story. In both versions, Grace ends up with Rocky's people. He sends his findings back to Earth, knowing that he isn't going to go home. It's the same sacrifice. But the book feels more honest about what this actually means. Grace doesn't want to go back to Earth. He's been gone too long. Everyone he loved is gone. There's a lot of talk about his kids and how they'll be grown up by the time he gets back, and he's doing this mainly for his kids. And his food, they're cloned human cells. The book doesn't romanticize the ending. It's bittersweet at best. He's choosing the alien world because there's nothing left for him on his own. But the movie paints it as hopeful, almost triumphant, like he's chosen adventure over home. That's fundamentally a different emotional colour. The book ending is about loss and acceptance. The movie ending is more about possibility. And honestly, I think that both work, but they work for different reasons, and they hit with people differently. If you saw the movie first and loved the ending, I'm not going to take that from you. But those that read the book first, the ending sits with you a little bit differently. So the verdict, is Project Hail Mary a good book adaptation? Yeah, it really is. I'd put it up there with Lord of the Rings in terms of capturing the soul of the source material while making necessary changes. Gosling's great, Rocky is perfect, and the film genuinely seems to understand the core story itself. It's about friendship and curiosity and choosing to help even when you don't have to. Is it perfect? No. The rushed Rocky reveal, the condensed science, the cut out Azrael plot, the softened ending, these are the real losses. Not deal breakers though. They're just losses. If you're a casual viewer, you are going to love the movie. And you should. It's one of the best sci-fi movies we've had in a long time. If you're a sci-fi reader like me, read the book first. Always read the book first. The movie is the experience, the book is the understanding. And with Project Hail Mary, you deserve both. If you want me to do more book versus movie adaptations, I've got thoughts on The Martian, on Dune, Annihilation. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't read Project Hail Mary yet, what are you doing? Go read it. Like, seriously, go read it right now. Like and subscribe first, and then go read it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.